This is Smiles TV. Welcome to Smiles TV. I'm Stephanie Anthony Miles, and you are watching the best community affairs broadcast in the world. And yes, I am saying in the world because we are now on the P. Chapman Network, which is a global app. We are also on Dynasty Television and On Point Network. We're on location today, and we have a magnificent broadcast for you. We're going to show you some dynamic changes that are happening in our educational system, but they're not happening yet all across the world, and they should. We're going to take you to the Lahr Christian Academy, founded by Dr. Amita Lahr. Remember, Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. He was crucified and buried, and he rose on the third day. Confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord. Believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, and thou shalt be saved. Stay tuned for more Smiles.
When in need of residential and commercial construction projects from roofing, siding, flooring, including all interior carpentry, painting, and more, you need a company that is efficient, effective, and professional. A company that will complete the job on time. You need On Time Contracting Incorporated. On Time Contracting provides quality work completed in a timely manner. Oliver McDowell, founder and owner of On Time Contracting, is insured and bonded and provides an array of services for residential and commercial facilities. Contact On Time Contracting for your many residential or commercial construction, roofing, cleaning, or other needs at 618-567-3591. That's 618-567-3591. On Time Contracting Incorporated. Your project can indeed be completed on time.
Italian. Padre nostro che sei nei cieli, sia santificato il tuo nome. Santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad, así en la tierra como en el cielo. Dein Reich komme, dein Wille geschehe. 愿你的国降临，愿你的旨意行在地上像。Donnez-nous aujourd'hui notre pain de ce jour. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
The Lahr Christian Academy, changing the way education is done in the United States. I'm going to convince this lady to take this academy throughout the world. Dr. Lahr, thank you for allowing us to come into your place. How are you?
I'm blessed, thank you.
I have seen some wonderful things occurring since we've been in here.
Thank you.
The kids are just magnificent. But let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about you. You're an ordained minister.
I am.
Professor. You've been vice president of a college. Tell us a little bit more about your background.
I've been teaching in higher ed for 49 years now, and I've had this private academy we're going to start our 35th year in the next session. So my parents were both public educators, so it's in my veins.
Okay, so I was going to say, well, what gave you the insights to even get started is in your veins, but tell us a little bit about your concept and what makes your academy different.
We have a very different approach from traditional education and from other private schools in that our curriculum is based on world history. I'm a fine arts person. I studied concert piano as an undergraduate, so I value music and art very much also. So the concept is based on world history. All of our students from the ages of 4 through 12th grade study music history, world history, American history, and the fine arts. In addition, they all study biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, earth science, robotics. They all have individualized instruction in 6 to 9 basic skills, so math word problems, reading comprehension, those areas. By the time, if they've been with us early enough, by the time they're in 5th or 6th grade, I have them in their first college class with us, which is 272 condensed literary classics from the world. And the next year we add 80 world philosophers. So they have all of that every year. And as they, very much like Suzuki music, I think this is Suzuki academics because, and I don't mean Suzuki that I claim to have the rights to use Suzuki. I'm comparing this to my concept of Suzuki. In Suzuki music, children all come in at the same level. They move through some classes together, and then they also expand their individual skills. So you can take a group of music students in Suzuki violin from here in the United States in March and take them to Germany or Africa, and everybody who's in that same book can play the same concert at the same time. As the children get older, then they expand their own personal skills along with that. So basically that's what we do here. Everyone has a core of information that they master as they move through, but yet we expand that knowledge and information as they get older into areas that excite them more.
When we first came in, we went upstairs to your auditorium, and tell us a little bit about the day in the life of your student.
We begin the day together as an entire school, and we work on music history and foreign languages. Some of the memorization in the periodic charts, the element chart, and the amendments to the Constitution. Once again, I value music very much, and we know through scientific research that music helps the brain record and remember. So those basic elementary facts, I know there's a movement in traditional education, and has been a movement for the last 2 or 3 decades, to move away from memorization. However, for me, the memorization is all part of the foundation so that they can then begin to expand in critical thinking at a much faster and much more profound depth.
We need to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the whole process of how you do things at your academy.
Okay.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Smiles.
Yo tengo seis años. ¿Y usted?
I'm Ryan. I'm 5. I am preschool. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad, así en la tierra.
Welcome back to Smiles TV, and I'm sitting here with Dr. Laurel from the Laurel Christian Academy, an academy that's making profound changes in the minds of our youth. Dr. Laurel, you have a vision. So this vision didn't just come to you out of nowhere. You believe that this is a God-centered vision. Tell us about that.
I feel called by God to revolutionize U.S. education. I don't mean that to sound arrogant. It has been a challenge for me. As we know, all of God's assignments are not ice cream sundaes with cherries on top. So this has been a challenge, but I'm beginning to see that we have made a difference in so many children's lives and how productive this is for God's world. We are trying to make global leaders here. But on the other hand, we're trying to also help them become very patriotic. So we study the amendments, U.S. history, help the children understand how history, their own U.S. history, fits into world history, and how they can become leaders to make a difference in this world. We teach them public speaking and to do critical thinking, trying to bring together all of the elements of education that we possibly can. So the vision is to revolutionize U.S. education, but also to spread this concept, because I do have a curriculum concept that can be franchised here in the United States as well as abroad. Abroad, all we have to do is take out the American history and put in the other country's history, and we operate off of 3 matrices. The other matrices, the rest of it all works together in bringing about an amazing education for these children. In fact, after we've had them across the board, 2 to 4 years, they are generally testing 2 to 4 years beyond chronological age.
My goodness, and what is your student to teacher ratio?
The maximum is 15 students to a class.
And that's much better than in some of the public schools.
Academically, it's what the children need.
If individuals are interested in making contact with you to maybe enroll their students, how can they do that?
They can either go to our website, www.larwellacademy.org, or they can give us a call in Edwardsville at 618-288-8024.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your wonderful academy, and we pray and we just want the kids to do so well, so we pray that they do. And
Thank you very much. I appreciate your visit.
Thank you again. And check out Dr. Lahr Wells Christian Academy. It is an academy that is making a great difference in the minds of our youth. You've seen some of the footage, and you'll see a little bit more. Don't go away. We're going to come back in another location. We're going to be in East St. Louis, Illinois, with the Gear Up program. Stay tuned for more Smiles.
No quiero ver el box